Harry, zoom in tight on my face and then zoom out as I introduce my family. Ready? Welcome to RIP. I'm here with, are you ready for this? The Clan, the Pussy Factory, the Vagina Horde, the Homo Harem. I have the witch's brew, the cauldron of Amazonian freaks.
Okay.
I have all three mothers and my sister. Welcome to RIP. Hello.
Hey.
This is a nice room. We got the big room. We got the fancy room.
Big stage.
Yeah. So we record. We all are very hungover. Not from.
Tried to do the lean back and couldn't do
Excuse
it.
me.
There we go.
We're all. Can I have the coconut water? I'm dying. We all.
That I ordered, but you're gonna drink.
I got
It's
one,
fine.
honey.
Mom, you took mine. You asked for sparkling water.
Oh, I thought he just randomly brought him in.
You're a
My
little.
bad.
You're a rat, dude.
So in the car on the
She's
way
a
here,
rat.
I thought that
You're a
he ran-
raccoon. You went like this. I squirreled you a bag full of free salad, big piece of cake from last night.
Listen,
and
if
you,
this is
going
gonna
to
be an attack mom
and
fest-
you went, oh, I better take this for the ride. That's all she does. I better take this for my little bag. She squirrels it away.
I didn't hear the coconut offer, or I would have gotten.
Don't
one.
use
Here,
deaf.
Let's get serious. Let's
Don't
talk
use
about
that you're
cake.
deaf to deny your raccoonism.
Why not? It's a physical infirmity.
yesterday on the way here, we go to Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like, Mom, you want anything? She's like, I'll get it myself. We go to the front counter. I get myself a little egg bites. We get in the car. She got herself just a coffee. She goes, as soon as she hits the car,
Oh, yeah.
she goes, what do you got there?
They have egg bites?
What do you got there?
What's that, a little egg bite?
I go, I got a not for you. That's what I got.
No, she
I'm
goes like
not
this,
for you.
I got enough for you.
She takes my food.
No, she
last
looks
night-
inside and goes, enough for you.
I could have
The
swore.
raccoon. The raccoon.
Yeah, the raccoon. I could have swore that Mom was on mushrooms last night. She literally was running up to people with the cake and being like, "Did you have some cake? It's passion fruit." And she would, and people were like, "Dude, your mom with the cake is intense."
Dude,
And
ask
she was,
Donna
like,
and Michelle
spin
about the
in.
cake. Ask Donna and
I
Michelle
said
about the cake.
cake, no less than 150 on the way up.
On the way up at
took
the
a turn. Little Jordan's head.
Oh
How
yeah,
about
there
in
was
the
a
text
full
message
cake.
stream.
Oh.
We gotta get the cake. How are we gonna get the cake? When are we gonna get the cake? We gotta get the cake. Have you seen the cake? Do you love the
It's
cake?
not
Do you
true.
love
I had the cake totally orchestrated
Delete your
perfectly.
messages.
She does the
I
thing.
put it in the wrong stream. Delete the message. Delete the message.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't
you didn't
work.
see it, did you?
can't-
I had
didn't see
a
it.
full picture of it,
Yeah.
and it went in the
Don't
wrong.
read that.
Well, that's because I was
Your
working it.
mayhem.
Then I had these guys
Then we
post
just did
gifs.
memes.
dare you.
We just did gifs.
I had her post a
Try to
bunch.
bury it. We buried
You
it.
love
Yeah.
your
Buried
That's
it,
what
yeah.
your gifts were. I did see
Yeah,
those. I was like,
yeah.
Donna, these take up a lot of storage.
Yep, you're welcome.
That's so funny.
To hide it
She
from
was
you.
literally running and being like, "It's passion fruit," and disappearing. Peter Ravello was dying laughing. He was
Have
like, "Your
Harry
mom."
post a picture of the cake right
It
here.
was
Oh, yeah.
orgasmic. You got to
And
admit.
Peter would be like, "I've never." It's so crazy to be that aggressive with such a
She took
gentle.
the knife away from
Yeah.
the knife.
Oh, yeah.
lady.
The-
the
She's
chef
I'm just
with the
gonna
knife.
take
She
care of
asked me to help her, you
No, I
motherfuckers.
don't think so.
She
You can
did
totally
because
swear.
she was
I don't think
confused,
so.
and I helping her.
And then mom
She had
mom
a knife
snuggles
holster
into a
and
nest of
everything. She's
people, looks up at me and goes, "Your teeth are weird." And I was like, "What do you mean weird?" And she goes, "They're different." And I was like, "I got Invisalign." She was like, "There's too many of them."
She told me in the car, we're talking about grinding our teeth down because Michelle had a chip. And I go, yeah, my guy, he grinds mine down a little bit because I have this chip. She's like, well, you got plenty to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shut up. You gave me these teeth. You
Looks
have
like
the
there's too
same
big.
one.
There are too many in your mouth. I was like, "All right, I'll get rid of one for you, mom."
It really is different. Yeah.
You talked to Ari Shafir,
For a while.
your boy.
Yeah.
She loves Ari Shafir. Ari Shafir,
We introduced ourselves right before.
I
we
talked to him
tall,
about.
He was
tall
with Eric.
Jewish guy.
Yeah.
He was like
He-
really calm.
Dude, there's so.
There's quite a few tall Jewish
calm.
guys at that last night.
They're
He was
so
sitting
calm.
beside the director.
Not a
He,
tall Jewish
the
guy.
entire leading up to the special, I taped my special last night. We stayed up till 4.
It was awesome! That was fucking awesome!
First show, dude. Literally first show, so terrifying. First show, people. I walk
Jamie
in,
almost passed out.
bro.
Oh.
I walked in. The camera. There's a crane that is looking
Crane
at me.
camera.
Jake goes like this. Jake goes, "You're delivering your closer," and I see you going like this, and looking at the crane like it's gonna get you. And I was like, it was gonna get me. And I was like, so the first show was so weird, right? And I'm freaking out. The first show was like, I did deliver the jokes correctly,
Warm
but
up.
the vibe was weird. And it was like 7 p.m. on a hot day. I get off stage, I'm walking down the stairs, I'm spinning out. I'm like, that was bad. That Stavros Halkias arrives like a cherub.
Wait, he
from-
had a little cape on.
He had a little
on.
cape on. He emerges. He like tumbles in. No idea where he comes from. He goes,
He
first
goes to
show's
me
always
first."
weird.
Yeah.
first show's always weird. And I was like, stop, what are you doing here? And he was like, first show's always weird. You walk up there, it's like a weird set. It's like you're performing. Just wait till the second show, you'll be fine. Literally at one point, and I was like, thank you for coming. He was like, yeah, I gotta go, but just so you know, this is exactly how it goes. First show feels like this. And I was like, that's exactly how it felt. And he's like, second show, you're loose. It's fun. You might end up using it. And I was like, this is incredible. And then at one point, I take out my notebook, and he turns a corner and goes, put your notebook away. You know what you're doing. And I was like, you're right.
We were like soft clapping him out. So
It was
he pokes his
crazy.
head in the green room. I'm alone, and he goes, "Hey, I just wanted to check on." And he looks at me for a second. I go, "My sister, right?" He's like, "Yeah." Because people have that moment where like, "Did you change your face just slightly?"
Yeah,
Just slightly.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, she's around the corner." He goes, "Okay." And he goes, and I swear I saw like a little cape on him, and he came around and he said exactly what you needed to hear, which was, that's your warm up. Like, that's just you playing around, getting used to the fact that there's a crane in your face.
That crane was crazy.
And
That was
you're
so
gonna
cool.
cut.
So cool.
And then you're
So
gonna
cool.
cut in the middle of your set. You've probably never done that,
Yeah.
right? And then
that must've
you
been
came
hard.
out and
That
absolutely
bitch
crushed
that
it.
there was a bitch that was laughing during the setups.
Why didn't you say Jamie?
And she was like, dude.
Jamie to talk to
I
somebody. that
handled
was-
in your second
she-
set. I
she
handled
happened?
someone.
Some people.
You had one that was doing the same thing.
No, she was repeating.
She was
the
further
punchline
back.
after you, but after people finished laughing, she was then saying the things again. Like,
But she
real.
was also laughing
no.
during the setup.
Yeah,
And then
real
she was
loud.
hollering at you. She was like
She was
yelling the
upstairs.
line back to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you
Right.
can't do that.
It's
Okay.
B&E
They
and
were
fans.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I have to say, Stav,
Yeah.
that was super cool.
Yeah.
It was so
I mean, he
cool.
just like flew in on his little white horse.
It was amazing, and then disappeared. He goes, I was like, please don't watch the second show. And he's like, I won't. And if I was, I would lie to you about it. And I was like, thank God.
That's awesome. That's what I thought about doing with Mom if you had told me to get Mom out. I was like, I'm taking Mom out. Mom, hide in the corner and you can watch right here. Don't say anything.
Yeah, right.
She had to go.
I was like, Jamie, I don't
But you
really
were
feel
fine with
comfortable
it.
about that.
You were
I
fine
was
with it.
we're
per se.
gonna lie to Jordan that I really wasn't here. No, but anyways, you did good.
Tell her at the end.
Where were
which
you?
I
was
was
at the beginning.
at the second set. I couldn't hear in the first one because we were in
Yeah.
the nosebleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like this fucking big.
We leaned into
I
this.
couldn't see your face.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't see your animations in your face. So I was
you
like,
went to Video.
So I went to Video Village. Yeah.
Dude, video.
Which was really
Village.
cool.
How cool.
Well,
is
And
that?
listening to Eric give that guy direction or give the camera people direction, that was fun.
Dude, Eric was literally being like, Jake was he was like, you should have seen him. He was like, Rich, zoom in on camera. Hey, you missed it. You missed the shot. That's okay. Moving on. And then he'd be like, Jake, and Jake would be like, oh, I get to talk to the general. And he
Yeah.
was so.
I bet you
amped.
had an alpha type A male kind of little bit of a moment there, right? Where you're like, oh, that's kind of sexy. That's him bossing everyone around.
But he was so calm.
Now, did he
Yeah.
know to zoom in because he had seen the jokes a million times? A couple of times? 4 times?
No, he watched the whole set
Yeah.
a bunch. But he definitely watched the set a bunch. But I also just think he just would be like,
No, he
when he
knew.
would see me. Oh, you saw him
Yeah,
zooming in at
I
weird
saw him doing it, telling people what to do, and you could tell that he was premeditating. He knew what was about to happen.
Yeah, when the joke was coming.
Those guys are cracking.
Particular
And
part.
they were-
Yeah.
Cracking
Emma
up.
and Jake were saying that,
lean in.
well, specifically Emma said that she's worked with that team many
Emma?
times. I think it was Emma, the one who came to get you to take you up.
Allie.
Allie,
Yeah.
sorry. She was saying that she's worked with them a lot, that team, and I'm going to cry. Every time I start to talk about
I
it.
know. Yeah, we all were crying yesterday,
She
except
said
for
that
Donna.
She's never seen
you make
them have that kind of like unity and for you and laughing. They were all back there laughing and having such a great time. And yeah, it just, she was like, I've never seen that before.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,
That second
what's
joke.
interesting for me in the
So
Video
funny.
Village, like what you were saying, is it was all men, and they were laughing at all your female jokes. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like, and they were laughing, of course, at the male jokes too. And you have, with the welding goggle joke.
There was one dude in
They
the
loved
front
it.
that I
They
was
do talk
staring
so
at, and I was like, if he would stop laughing, I would be like, kick it. You have to kick this up now.
Yeah, to
because
male
he was a
sound.
middle-aged man.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're the last person that's gonna watch my special. And he would be laughing, and then he would start to go like this, and then I would throw something else in.
Oh
and he would
wow,
get-
he's your
Yeah, so I
Your
was like
canary in a
using
coal
him
mine. Your
and
barometer.
was on him.
That's a good.
Well, I
person
think
to have.
that I think that you should probably introduce who did your hair. A little bit more. Saying.
Yes, I do think.
I had the best. I had the makeup artist from the Bradley Cooper movie.
Nikki was so awesome.
Wasn't she incredible?
cool.
She was so cool. She on the Bradley Cooper movie, I'd walk in and I'd be like, "What am I doing? I'm in a Bradley Cooper movie." And she'd be like, "Shh, just feel this on your face." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
She was sweet. She was sweet. Yeah,
She
I
was
asked her if she could
so
come home with us
calm.
though, because I have no idea what I'm doing for makeup.
She's incredible. She
didn't-
taught me how to do my
she said
makeup.
no.
She'll teach you. Jordan will teach you.
Yeah, but I like offered her a guest room, and just to like stay
Yeah.
and
Oh, to visit the
but
Finger Lakes?
Yeah,
you mean?
she didn't take that very well. So I thought about
Clubbing her.
Yeah, I thought about clubbing and putting her in the back and just being like, just until I learn, and then
You do fine.
You
You do
keep
good
walking
at
around
it.
like a transgender person. We
Oh,
No,
need
you do.
yeah.
That is a problem.
You do the thing. Wait, pause. I have to make fun of Jamie. But Michelle did my hair, and I was like, it was
really good.
rock and roll,
It
dude.
was
She was like
sexy.
making it really big, so then by the time it fell, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But it was also, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't. Everybody
It
makes
was like
fucking
I suck at
princess, dude.
sex hair. It was good.
It was I suck at sex.
I
hair.
suck at
Yes.
sex hair.
Yes, and everybody always makes my hair so princessy because let's be honest, it's easy to do. But you made it fucking like a rock. It was awesome.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
good.
so glad.
I am honored.
And they were like, can you give me the name of the hairstylist? And I was like, okay, yep, Mommy. And they're like, we need you to spell her name out. And I went M. But Jamie, your thing that cracks me up. It's the cutest thing in the entire world. Jamie
I'm
does.
really scared about what you're going to say.
Jamie does what I call the Gen X pause, which is where you.
Oh, yeah. When I'm shooting my work videos,
You all do this.
we all do it.
It goes
hit
in the
the
story
button.
and she goes like this. It's like this. Imagine this is a story on screen. It's like this. She's like, "Hi, I'm here, Jamie Jensen." And I'm like, "Jamie, you just go as soon as you hit it. You're like,
Have you heard our Gen X voicemails? Gen X voicemail, right? You get our voicemail and it's like, answer it. It's like, beep. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Jamie Jensen.
Yeah,
I'm Jamie
every
Jensen
time.
Real
And you
Estate.
go,
Go ahead
"Oh."
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing where I hold it and because I'm looking at the 0 and I'm like, oh, it's a 1. It's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
start,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Why is that only that generation? They have some type of
Because we don't
synaptic
use it,
pause.
and we know how to use it.
We didn't grow up with it, but we're forced
I didn't
to
grow up with it
use
either. I'm a boomer.
You don't
You
use
don't
it.
have to use it
She
for your
turns it towards her
business.
face. She hits the button and then she goes, "Hi." And the pause, I was laughing. I was dying the other night watching because I was like, "Look at Jamie's adorable." And there was something else that you did that was so cute.
When I go to open a door and I'm like, I'm gonna take you right.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm like, I'm gonna open this. I'm like, oh, it's my chin. I'm really.
Yeah, it was something like
She
that.
goes, you have to get one of those gimbal cams. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, people like my raw
Oh,
honesty.
that's what I said.
They like
I
my
texted
raw
you. I was like,
honesty.
"Get the selfie stick,"
Yeah.
because you're literally like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're here today," and you're like, "Jamie, your face is
So
huge."
I bought a Pivo, which you set it on this thing. What are those called? What is that called right there? A mic stand. What is that?
Mic
Tripod.
stand.
Tripod. Thank you. Jesus, how
You better
that lost
lean
it.
in.
Oh.
So you put it on the tripod, you stick it in there, and you hit the little button, and it follows you around the room as I'm
Oh.
showing the house. Okay, all fine and dandy. But then when I don't know what to do with the recording because it's in an app, and there's a lot of buttons and questions.
Just get a selfie stick, dude. A selfie stick. You hold it and you look around.
Does it have a
Imagine
gimbal
if
thing on it?
thing
The
she's
selfie
gonna
stick?
run
Yeah.
into with us.
I'm gonna hire a real millennial
Oh my
or
God.
Gen Z. I'm gonna hire a real millennial or Gen Z, and
You'll pay a lot less
I
for a
don't have
selfie
money.
stick.
Get a selfie stick.
She has money.
I have money. I'd sell plenty of real estate. I don't even need to put out promo videos. I
Yeah,
just have to sell
damn.
people's houses. So I'm like, yes, his house. That's my face. Hang on.
I know, but it's good that you're doing that.
I know. It's
But you
hard.
also, a kid costs so much. They know how to like charge up the ass now.
I have my last videos. Yeah, no, I think I'll
selfie
just.
stick. I'm gonna show you when I come home.
You always say that.
I'm gonna buy a selfie stick. I
Okay.
want to show you, but I'm gonna miss the welcome.
Teach me. First of
So
all,
funny.
it gets more clicks.
Maybe
way.
that could be
My
a brand.
videos get more clicks because the stop video, what's that called? The front video is me like it's like a double chin, right? And the whole thing, and people click on it. They're like, "Oh, Jamie Jensen looks like shit. I'm gonna watch that." well, she's gonna be talking about her ex-husband or something. She's gonna
Yeah.
be crying and like, oh
Yeah.
god, she's just selling a house.
Yeah.
But it gets more.
You
clicks.
should slip things in. You could do that. You could be like, this
Like
is a
Easter
door.
eggs?
This is a window. If you need to open, close it, push a man's head through it. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we are located not in an area here of transient prostitutes.
Yeah.
So you should be good.
You
if
could be
you're
like, this
dated
is a
through sex
refrigerator,
ed.
very reliable, very loyal, unlike some people named beep, beep, beep.
Everyone wants to tune in for that saga for sure. Yeah, it
Dude.
does. It helps.
Thank God that happened, though.
Yeah. Now I got liberated from my suburban housewife cage. Thank
was
God.
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
that
was
was
I doing?
awful.
What was I doing?
I don't know.
And poor Michelle
we
and
were
Donna,
fucked up about it.
They were like, they had to come over all the time and hang out with that family and be like, so.
Well, all of us, Jordan and I.
Yeah.
No, I dodged them. I
Yeah,
dodged
you
them.
guys got out of it a lot of
Yeah.
times.
You were around them?
Y'all really did throw a lot of good barbecues, though.
That's
lot
true.
Oh,
meat.
good meat. He
Lot
was
of
good
meat.
at cooking
lot of
meat.
lot of
Yeah,
meat.
he did.
He was good at chicken
Yeah, but he
barbecue.
focused too hard on the
Yeah.
meat. You really couldn't talk to him besides about the meat.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
The only thing he really knows is
Meat.
the meat member that lives in his pants and meat. And that was about it. So now I
Gambling. He knows a little bit about prostitutes and gambling.
Well, that is all.
Can we say that?
has
That
to
never
do with
came
his
up.
meat.
That never came up with you.
Have you ever cheated?
Me?
Yeah.
I've never cheated on anyone in my life.
I haven't cheated either.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's
Michelle?
because we're loyal.
That's because the opportunity didn't arise.
Oh, are we going to get into this?
No, we're not.
Have you cheated?
No,
Michelle?
no, or
Why
not.
are you so
What is
Joe
wrong with you,
cheated.
Jordan?
No, why are we?
So-
Did we want to go here?
Sabotage is, usually the best way to burn something down.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I mean, if you
sabotaged
don't want
the
it
thing.
anymore, you just
Jordan, is there something wrong with your brain?
I'm worried that the cameras can't see Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not recalling the history of these guys? Or are you
Wait.
just pretending to
Oh,
play down?
yeah.
There we go. Jeez. I was worried about her.
There's a
What
lot of
made
cheating.
you think that she was?
There's lots
She deserved
of
it,
cheating.
though.
Okay, for those of you who
She
are
didn't
very
cheat on
confused
me.
right
I
now.
didn't cheat on her.
Not once.
Who'd you cheat on? Number one?
Michelle
Oh,
cheated
really?
on mom with Donna. Why are we forgetting
Not.
this?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
And that is because mom cheated on Michelle.
yeah,
with
Michelle did
everyone.
not. No, you cannot consider that.
What
Really?
was
Not
it?
in any.
It was an
No.
emergency.
Oh no,
break?
not in any way, shape, or form would you consider it that.
We were on a break.
Not in a
Was it like
no, no, not in a million, not in a million.
Why?
No, she
Because it just
Here's
isn't.
a short story. At 3 a.m, I
Do we
answered
ever
my
relive this?
phone,
You're fine.
and
Deal
she
with it.
said,
You're
"Where
old
are
now.
you?" And
Yeah.
I said, "I'm at Donna's." And she said, "It's time to come home now." And I said, "No, I'm not coming home."
How's that?
So she came to get me.
Yeah.
I didn't come to get
Well,
you.
you knocked on the
Well,
door.
I came to see what the fuck.
Remember, she knocked on the door. She knocked on the door, and I came to the door and I said, "Guys, do you own a firearm?"
You did.
And then you said no, and I said, "Come on,
Come on
in."
in. Yeah.
Why did you believe her?
Well, she sounded rational.
Okay.
Like, she sounded calm.
Because she's a Cosentini and we don't fucking lie.
Okay.
But we have
Mom,
many other
now I know.
issues, but
Mom
we don't
cheated
lie
on
about that.
Michelle.
With the piano
A few
man.
times.
No, I didn't. There's no piano man.
Oh my
There was no.
Okay,
Oh my God,
What's
I
his
forgot
face?
about this.
No, it
What's
was
his
with a
face?
woman. It wasn't with a man.
Oh, I know who it
Oh,
was.
but
Wait,
it was
we
with
can't say
men
the name.
before it was with the woman.
Wait,
What?
I
No, there was
forgot
no
about
men.
this.
Oh, that's
I
right.
said, who did you?
Mom,
I remember acting.
that wasn't. That was. That was.
count.
That
You
was.
just slept with a piano repairman.
No, that
Yes,
was
you
totally
did.
different.
Wait, is
totally
this a
different. You're talking about the
lesbian?
conference I went to.
If lesbians are in a relationship and you sleep
She
with
means
a man,
a
it doesn't
conference. That
count?
wasn't Piano Man. That was conference
Did you
sex.
fuck the piano?
No, I never fucked the Piano Man. I just
Why did I think that you did?
because she said so to
She had an
you.
emotional relationship.
Well, not
with the
even.
piano.
Oh my God.
I
Not
just remember you saying
I was-
I slept with some people, and I remember being like, "Who?" And you're like, "Hey, we came around the house."
'Cause it was probably our friend.
No, it was in Wisconsin.
A woman
But that
or
was
a man?
bullshit. That was.
Wisconsin. When were she?
A man?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I think.
So
it might-
weird.
I think it might have been
It's so
two.
weird. Two men at the same time?
Exactly.
At the same time?
I think it was 2 different weekends, wasn't it?
You cheated on her with 2 different.
Oh, this fucking conference sex.
What?
Conference
I'm
sex?
starting to sweat.
Oh, now.
You cheated on her. I didn't know this. Did
Jordan.
you know this?
Jordan.
What?
We choose men,
I know,
not
I know.
who are like our father,
Yeah.
but our mother.
No,
Just realizing this.
Wait, I was part of a remodelers group, and
Did
it
you
was
see the guy I'm dating sitting with mom last night? Both of them like that, sitting together.
Dude, I was dating a carpenter.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us?
I know.
Okay, we gotta figure this out.
There's nothing wrong with carpenters.
I'm off on cheaters. I don't do cheating. If you cheat, I am Carrie Underwood.
Okay, hold up.
Huh.
When were you on Cheaters?
Well, I think
No,
First Love
The show?
No.
was a
no.
cheater.
That's a
Oh,
great
you're
show.
accidentally on cheaters.
Nobody's ever cheated on you, and you've kept them around. Have you?
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, 86.
Right.
Bye.
But I accidentally choose cheaters.
Don't act. What does that mean? People who've cheated on people before.
No, just people who have the vibe that they would cheat.
Oh, right.
That would be every fucking human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody cheats. Everybody cheats. I don't cheat because I'm okay being like, I kind of want to cheat, so I'm going to 86 you so I can.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, I'm comfortable with that because that's how a person of integrity should act, right? But people don't
You're so
wanna,
sanctimonious.
They want to hang on. They want to hang on to what they have.
Yeah.
Wish I could be like you.
Because they don't want to be alone. But no, the thing is also, I don't really like sex that much anymore. That's the other thing. If I'm going to cheat on you, it's probably going to be emotional.
No, Sophie.
Well, they
Buttle,
start out that way with everyone.
Sophie Buttle,
I-
shout out, has an amazing joke where she goes, if somebody cheats on you, you should be happy. She goes, ooh, unless you're a man, in which case, ooh, that's really fucked up. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah.
Women only have sex to hurt people, which is really true.
Right, or if we
Sophie
fall in
Buttle,
love.
check her out. She's a very funny comedian. Yeah, totally. If I cheat, it's to get out of a relationship.
Yeah, but I also think that people cheat because they drink heavily or use drugs heavily, and we don't.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Is
That's,
like,
no,
oh, I cheat.
Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Why don't you tell
scientifically,
us?
the correlation between infidelity
testosterone?
is directly related to opportunity.
You don't have a cock.
Causation and
You
correlation.
don't have a
Well,
cock.
a cock doesn't have anything to do it.
No.
Libido has
You-
women have libido.
Mom,
Wait, hang on.
admit that you are
So sorry.
amoral.
I'm not amoral.
You're amoral.
No.
Every few years, Michelle and I look at each other like, gosh, it would be nice to burn our life to the ground right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and we
Yeah.
just, and I remember last time I said it to you, it was like 3 or 4 years ago, and we were driving.
Aren't you bored?
Yeah.
Lean in.
Yeah, and I was like, we were driving. I was like, oh man, I would like to burn my life to the ground right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was just like, well, do you want to? I was like, no.
But that's because you've been through recovery. Recovery
Yeah.
people
That does
don't
make a
cheat
difference.
because you have all you're taught to play it out.
Plus,
Well,
you
play
guys
it out
did-
and like find another way to cope.
Right.
And you met
figure
later
out
in
that
life.
that's like curing something. Mom's never been through recovery therapy or been in love.
I don't think Mom would cheat now. She hasn't dated anyone.
Really love my dogs.
Really in a long time.
Dude, the dog thing.
Oh, God,
Me
the
and Jamie,
dog.
literally,
Right.
this is me and Jamie, okay? This is Mom with her two
This
dogs.
is hilarious.
My beautiful babies. I would do anything
She
for you.
do.
This,
Oh,
is, this
no,
is me
it's
and
worse.
Jamie.
Beautiful
If I could just put my head
babies.
where the dog's head is, maybe I could feel that way.
Oh no, I like this one. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Just look at the way she looks at you. It's perfect. I could just sit with her all day. Hey, Jamie, if you're going to say something to me, make sure that it's interesting.
Can you make this story shorter?
The dog is drooling. The
Dogs don't talk.
I could just listen
dog
to you
farts.
all day.
Oh, you're farting. Hey, Jamie. I don't want to hear anything that's hurting you or important to you.
What was I talking about in the car? That was, I go, Michelle, I haven't told you the story about what happened to me on this trip.
No.
Mom goes, I've heard it, so make it short. Then she goes, I'm going to put my earphones on because when you tell it, it's too long.
It goes on.
What's the other thing that she says? If it wasn't so mundane.
Yeah. Banal.
Banal.
Have you guys seen
So
Severance?
banal.
Okay, for those who've seen Severance, my mom is Milchick. Milchick is the black guy who just says long verbose things to jumbles people's brains, and you are Milchick. It's crazy.
I don't say long verbose things.
Yes, you
I say
do.
succinct,
Oh, no.
pithy things.
You called it one time mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. She goes, oh, I might not be getting my way here, so I'm going to mental
Yeah.
gymnastics you.
With a
right?
corporal pump.
No, I don't need to get my way. I'll do it
get
without any control aspect.
You'll just mental gymnastics.
I'll just, yeah, words are good. And,
I'm just going to say really big words until you're so confused that you're like, yeah, Sue, you're right.
and stop talking to me. Right.
Stop.
One time, Kaz, you called me magnanimous. And
You are magnanimous. You're one of the most
and I
magnanimous
went
people I
And I
know.
looked it up, and then I spent the last 13 years
Living under
Trying to
living
get it
into
again.
it,
You're
just
at
like
the
leaning
DMV,
in.
you're like, I am magnanimous.
So magnanimous.
You don't understand. I'm magnanimous.
One time Sue Cosatini paid me a compliment.
Hey, I wrote
I'm
it. Hey,
worth
I put it
something.
right in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's been 15 years.
Yeah,
okay?
good, because you're not going to get another
It
one,
was
so
the last,
hang
I
on to
understood
it.
it was the first and the last one I was gonna
Yeah.
get. I got it.
So also out here for your followers, I think you should talk a little bit about how you mentioned Donna a lot in your set. This is the Donna.
One time.
Well,
I mean, a lot.
I got the name.
Yeah, you'll see.
But you
The
did-
Donna. That's Donna.
This is
Yeah.
Donna.
You'll see.
Bolo wearing Donna.
Yeah.
Oh,
have to
that's right.
watch.
Oh,
That's it.
You'll have to watch to see.
that's right. Can't say too
That
much.
was
And
one of my
that's-
favorite moments.
You'll see. That's the other one.
Yeah.
You'll see. When it comes out, watch it.
Well, thank you
Watch
for saying all
And it's
those
pretty
sweet
clear which one
things.
is your biological mother.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get to tell your fans when it comes out?
Harry, cut that out. I think I'm not allowed to say that, actually. It'll be out soon.
When it's
Sorry, Harry.
it's
I
good,
didn't want
right.
you to have to cut stuff. But you have to cut that one part. That's it.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Wait, what? You're sorry that he has to cut things?
No, because I'm giving this to him. It comes out tomorrow. I was trying to
harsh.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, well, that'll be the only.
Well, I'd like to know how
Careful.
you're feeling today about that
Yeah.
taping. Like where are you at? Are you vibrating? Are you walking 3 feet off the ground? I know I'm elevated and can't.
Well, all my
I'm
material's
like
gone,
pinching
which
myself.
is scary. So
Yeah,
I have
wow.
to do I have to like write a lot, which is great. I'm happy to do
Yeah,
that.
it's so
I'm really,
fun.
I feel
Yeah.
like I took a huge shit and now I can finally eat. I feel like I was constipated and I was like, this is gonna be the best shit ever.
Yeah.
And I shit and it felt amazing. And now I'm like, I'm so like I want to just fucking write and isolate and.
Does a metaphor have to be so?
That's what it feels like.
disgusting.
You know when
Yeah.
you're constipated but you're hungry and you're like, I gotta shit before I eat. Because my brain wants to work on new stuff. But I've just been.
I feel better about that.
What about like a
description.
piece of artwork that you just finished and now you get a blank canvas?
I think it
You've never struggled with
says
poop,
it
apparently.
perfectly.
Yeah. Me and constipated Michelle, yeah, you know, where you're just like, I want to eat that, but I cannot add to the pile.
No, I just take a fiber, something, and move on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
I
you?
gotta tell you, I feel like you got some good stuff to build on.
Yeah. There's a.
Some real nice philosophical, like, stuff related to humanity that'll be fun to play with. I think.
think?
You've
Yeah,
touched
I
on
do.
you've touched on something that you've just kissed the surface of that I think that you can really dig into that has a huge amount of people that want to hear it and is incredibly funny about the human experience.
Yes.
And
I
I,
think there's
like
a
that
lot
you're just touching the surface. And I think we can,
Oh, I see what you mean.
what do comics talk about? The experience of being human, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so funny is it's as a human relating to a human, making jokes about being human, but you're touching on something about the female experience and the male experience of the female experience that really there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of good
yeah,
material.
I think it's really cool.
And I'm happy to give you some because I've fucked a lot of cocks. A lot.
Fucked a lot of cocks,
Lot
not
of
even
cocks.
men, just cocks.
Just I don't
Yeah,
even
she's
remember
got-
their faces. It's fine. It's fine. Just kidding.
Man, I really broke down when Jamie walked into the green room. That was crazy. I don't know what it was like. Everybody was so together for some reason. Like, I felt so like
Sorry.
pampered.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I mean? Like I was like pampered, and it
Yeah.
was like Brianna, Megan, my hot friends. Everybody was, and then
It was like normal. There's like models everywhere.
Yeah.
And hot friends. And
Yeah.
then production guys.
And
there's the
Jamie walked in
comics,
like,
and I'm like a normal human. And walks
don't
in.
forget the farm. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm a rat. We're little rat girls. This is crazy that I'm doing this.
We're lucky
How
we're
did you-
alive.
Yeah.
How did you intimate that? Just your presence?
She just walked in and I immediately started crying.
Yeah, we both did.
But
Yeah.
that because it reminded you of growing up?
Of from whence I came.
It's from.
Oh, you
It was
took
like
you
this.
out
It
of
was
your.
like, holy shit, we've been through so much and now I'm doing this. It was like that. It
No,
was like
it's
a
this.
soldier from the same war.
Yes,
Like
that.
That's what it was.
It is. It
Yeah.
is sitting in that kitchen, standing on a stool, figuring out what little bit of food I was going to make you that you would eat because really all you wanted to do was freebase sugar.
Yeah.
And cooking hard-boiled eggs and putting powdered sugar on it so you
Man,
would
I
eat
love
it.
this.
Sitting across a little table from you in that little apartment
Yeah.
going, are we going to make it?
Yeah.
Are we going to make it? Right? And then like being like, all right, tomorrow we go to dad's and he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know where mom is.
Yeah.
And I'm 12. you
Yeah.
know, like, and you just being like, me being like, I don't know what else to do to keep you alive, but you don't seem to want to live.
She had a
That
failure to
was
thrive
that
problem.
was the feeling. It was like all of these people expected this to happen, and you walked in, and I was like, bro, what?
What's going on here?
How are they letting me do this? It was crazy.
We shouldn't be allowed in society.
Yeah, it was so weird. You just sneaking in. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. I've lived in New York too long. I forgot.
I know. At work, at my job, where the people are like, oh, you're so great, and you help all these people out. I'm like, I don't know why anyone's trusting me.
Yeah.
I am a feral cat.
Yeah.
But somehow,
It's so weird.
somehow that, I'm
It
doing
sucks
it
when
right.
that sneaks in.
I think everyone has imposter syndrome, though.
There
You grew up in a trailer park. You
Yeah.
are a feral cat.
Yeah, right.
You are
Hey,
one
You're
of
just
us.
a really hot feral cat.
Yeah. You are not exempt from
Thank
this.
you.
We just grew up on
No,
the same
I-
feral cat farm.
Exactly.
Yes, you just get to walk around looking.
Her feral cats were little
I
kids,
think everybody
right?
were like, "Oh, you are this."
I was the feral cat with like cats on my back.
Yeah. Literal cats.
I thought that was so funny though when you said to me when we were texting back and forth the other day, and you were like, I was like, okay, what do you need me to say? She was like, this, and then one of the things was like, just tell me that you had kids at 15.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up and get on.
That's what I
stage.
needed to hear. Is just like, so you're a pussy, dude. I literally had a child at 15 when you were wearing fucking Jinko jeans. You know, like,
and handled it,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
still alive.
And another one at
thriving.
18. So
Oh my
get your shit together and
Yeah.
get it done.
it
Yeah.
really helped.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a feral cat too.
Donna, you're also
Yeah.
You're a little
part of
Southern
the-
Virginia
from
fucker.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Big city though.
Yeah.
Big city.
What's the big
Richmond.
city? Richmond.
Richmond,
Are you
Virginia,
from Richmond?
Yeah, right outside
Richmond's
of Richmond.
sick.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
I
so
feel like
nice.
you went from not a feral cat to a feral cat.
Yeah, once I
Like,
got on my own.
once you
I
got
was
on your
like,
own,
uh-oh.
then you.
Yeah.
What do I eat? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then struggled with
Peanut butter.
addiction, which makes you. We understand that because,
Yeah.
I mean, we just struggle to thrive in general, right? And then people with struggle with addiction,
Yeah.
are, it's the
Yeah,
same
I would
thing.
buy. I had
trauma.
all my drugs and that was all under. But I was all in a budget. I just didn't have a food budget. Like I was
Yeah.
always an organized alcoholic, very organized.
I got money for beer.
Yeah.
I had a budget. It was budgeted in,
It's so.
but not for food.
It's not toothpaste.
It's crazy.
Yeah, with toothpaste.
Yeah, that's
right.
that when I first knew you, you were working in the Viva kitchen with Brianna. That's
Wait,
crazy.
Brianna. Oh, holy moly!
Yeah.
I forgot about that. She was doing the buttons.
I think she was doing buttons.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that weird?
I was
What is
washing
doing
the
buttons?
dishes.
Yeah, you were
How
one
about
of
that? I forgot.
Started from
about
the bottom.
that.
Now we're here.
Now
That's
we're here.
crazy.
Now
And listen, I was washing those dishes, but I got promoted quick to line cook. I'm just saying.
You did?
Which means that you scoop things on.
and now
plates.
Donna like runs a company,
Yeah.
so
No,
yeah.
yeah, we do okay.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
you're
started
very-
working for me and poached my wife.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
right.
We did
That's
demo
right.
a house together.
Well, listen,
It's so innocent.
You did set us up on a date.
I did not
By
set
the
you up
way.
on a date.
Yes.
At the restaurant
Yes,
I worked
you
at.
did.
yeah, we were at your
At the restaurant, I think it's two walking
do you
together, and
mean
I go.
you said?
She, I don't
going
remember
on
doing
here?
that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
could
we were
tell
going to
we
some
had
basketball
hot
game, and I was
for
supposed to
each
go, and you took her instead of me.
You were like, you guys go ahead, and you just canceled. You didn't show up.
You bailed
You bailed on us.
the last
Well,
minute.
fuck! I didn't know you were gonna fuck her.
Put the microphone between them.
I didn't.
Look
I
at her.
didn't. I didn't. We didn't until the next day. We
Didn't
waited.
she
another
also
day.
say to you on a job?
No, I don't want to talk about them.
I'm cutting your mic.
My wife has a crush on you. You should probably take her out on a date.
And I had already had the hots for you.
I didn't tell. I didn't say that.
That's not confidence. That is fear of
did.
rejection. That actually comes from a place of low self-esteem, not confidence. She's like, this beautiful woman who I'm with is going to leave me because I'm a fucking asshole.
Oh no,
So I might
trust
as well
me, that was
shock.
not what was going on.
Let me ask you a question. After these guys get together, right? Why are you coming to me crying about it then?
Because I didn't want her to
We were
go.
surprised.
Ego.
Yeah.
The ego.
No, I didn't want her to go.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to go. I was fully embroiled in an affair myself.
Yeah.
But
you were busy.
I won my cake. Yeah, I was busy.
You were busy,
You are
dude.
fucked up.
Yeah.
How do you know? It was busy.
And then I got
It
mad
was
at
really
Michelle,
fun,
found out
though.
the truth, and had to forgive you. I'm really sorry about that. I was like, I will
Well, she
fucking
was
kill you.
Yeah, you were so mad.
Well,
Jamie
it's
was
Kaz
so
didn't
mad.
Fire me. I worked for Kaz for like another 6 months. She didn't even fire me.
I didn't.
No. No.
No, because I deserved it. I deserved it. I knew I deserved
Well,
it.
then she fucked your ex, so she got you back.
Hey.
That was fun.
When was
Thank
the
you.
time? When was the time that you?
And I was living with that person. She was my roommate.
It was
at the
so
time.
great.
That was really
Yeah,
awkward.
that was fun.
That was really
That was
awkward.
different. Was that just like rage sex? That was like rage.
She
fucking-
she said
She was.
she
full of
requested
hatred
it.
and
She wanted
anger.
it. She wanted
Yeah.
to get you back at you, I think. But
Yeah,
I-
but we had, but
And
we
I just
then,
couldn't have cared less.
I'll just tell you,
Yeah.
coming down the stairs in my own house, right? Because I'm renting a room from your ex.
Right.
And going to make coffee and see my mom in a bathrobe turn around going, "You want coffee?" I'm like, "Mom, what are you doing here?" She's like,
what an incestuous little
slept with-
town we come from.
Small town
your
stuff.
roommate last night." I was like, "Of course." The next week,
How did you not know?
the next
Yeah, you
week,
guys-
one of my close friends, a different friend, is like, "So me and your dad went on a date last week and we slept together." And I was like, "What's going on here?" Yeah.
What the
and Dad was smitten. He was like, "Your friend."
Who wouldn't be?
Wildcat. I was like, oh my god,
No, we got covert incest.
Covert incest.
Covert incest.
Oh my
Covert
God.
incest. No.
And then I go see my friend, and I'm like, so how did it go? When my dad was a date. 'Cause she goes, yeah, I don't think I'll be calling him again. I'm like, oh no.
Why?
Don't break my dad's heart. Because he's an old man. He was an old man.
And
No.
the cigarettes.
Maybe it's fun to do an old man
she
once.
Was, yeah. She was just having a good time. He fell right in love. But
Of course he did.
He's like me, dude.
Because
He's a
she
love
was-
addict.
yeah. And well, she was hot and 30, and you know,
Yeah.
and he was 50. You know, and
50. She was 30.
yeah,
Pedophile.
yeah.
Pedophile.
That's not
Pedophile.
bad. I got 6-year-olds on the apps. It's
You
not
got
that
6 years in the
bad.
ass?
I got 6.
You got 6-year-olds in the
Oh,
ass?
6-year-old. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Don't dry up crappy
Pedophile. I got 6-year-olds.
Honey, that's not.
60-year-olds on the apps
Oh.
who are like, you know,
6-year-olds
like in
in
my
the ass.
range. There's 60-year-olds on the apps. I haven't slept in 2
Yeah,
days.
you gotta enunciate, sister. Oh my goodness.
I got
The whole time I thought that was my bad hearing.
What? That's not great. You think great. I got 6-year-olds.
Are you a priest?
I'm gonna lose custody if that stays in. It's not true. It's not true.
It's not true. Oh my God. When the downstairs just isn't cooperating, it's time for hymns. Hymns provides men with access to shut up. Hymns provides access to affordable sexual health treatments so you can take charge of your sex life. The good people at Hymns know that dealing with ED can be uncomfortable. That's why, thank you so much. That's why everything can be taken care of online from the comfort of your own home. They've got chewable tablets. I love chewable. I have OCD about swallowing pills. Get weird about it. Have to drink a gallon of water, else I think I'm going to choke and die in my sleep, which is fine. But then I get worried I'll stuck in a parallel universe. Whatever. You don't have to hear about that. Anyway, Viagra Cialis. They got chewable tablets, Viagra Cialis, and they're generics for up to 95% or less. Say you know that Cialis works for you. Hims is where to go. They got generics also. However you want to treat this thing, Hims can help. Hims it rules actually. My ex used it for balding, and all of his hair came back.
I can contest to the dick pills. They do work.
They do work. Yeah, they're a little weird though. They make it seem like lean into your mic. They do make it seem like a dildo.
I call it a stage 4.
Yeah, it is.
There's like
it's a little
there's like
too
a
extreme.
soft, then there's like a okay, not really into it, but it'll do something. Then there's like a regular penis, and then there's like a Hims stage 4.
Yeah, sometimes I feel weird like they have to use it in order to have sex with me because one of my eyes droops a little bit.
I think it's because I'm like, it's because I'm fat and giant, and I have these big arms, and I look like an Amazon, and probably a Hanson brother, and maybe actually you think you're fucking a man, so you have to take the pill. But it's okay because you bring me a stage 4, so I'm good.
Yeah, but it's really in their head. It's really that they're intimidated by us. That is what it is. If you ask them and they get intimate about it, we're not talking about this. That's hims.com/RIP for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/RIP. The featured product includes compound products which are, start your free online visit today at hims.com/RIP. That's HIMS.com/RIP for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/RIP. The featured product includes compound products which are approved for nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restriction, and important safety information. Prices varies depending on product and subscription plans. Do get them. Use RIP for promo code because it helps me out. Also, all my friends have a little pill on them at all times, and they pop it right before they do the deed. And me and Jamie just knew that they were taking it, but you don't have to tell them. You just pop that shit. Get on that.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, and enjoy the show. Okay. Great. Good job. Okay.
Good job. Good advertising.
Mom tried to weigh in like she fucking knows anything about dicks.
I've dealt with dicks.
It's a long time ago, Mom. At
Yeah,
this
well,
point.
I still remember them. They're seared into my brain.
Did Dad take dick?
All right, everybody
Never.
quiet.
I didn't even have them back then.
My ex, on the other hand.
Remember when you were breaking up with Tess for Michelle, and you
thank
sit
God.
me down and you go. So Tess is gonna be moving out.
You can't use names.
Yeah.
No, first time is fine. She doesn't care. And then I went like
She
this.
might
You were
care.
like, and I was like, I'm really upset, but what would really help is if you got me a bunny. And then that's how I got Chloe. I was like, well, this is a big deal. I was a little maniacal fuck, and I was like,
That's
no,
how you
it would
were
really
born
make me
that
feel
way.
better.
Nice job.
A rabbit. And you were like, fuck, okay.
And you couldn't have given a shit. You were like, okay,
no.
whatever.
You're like, if you're breaking up the family, it is going to cause some damage to my
my-
young
yeah,
growing
yeah,
brain. What would help as a companion? Maybe a rabbit I saw earlier at the store.
So I can stroke it as I get
There's
over
no
my
worse pet than a
trauma.
rabbit.
Wait, what
Maybe
about
a
the
chinchilla. Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Chili was
Chinchilla.
bad.
Chili was better than the
What
rabbit.
happened to Chloe?
I don't even remember.
We had to give it away.
Yeah.
No, we gave chinchilla away. The Chloe.
She
No.
ran away, Jordan.
Chloe
happened to
died.
Chloe?
And
They live in a farm.
No.
No, I don't know what happened to Chloe. She.
Why did I have a chinchilla and
I
a
don't
rabbit?
remember.
They were different times. The
was
chinchilla
a
was after the rabbit.
Did we give the rabbit away?
I never saw a rabbit.
There was no.
Oh,
rabbit.
right, the rabbit.
It was chinchilla.
It was a chinchilla.
You got
You
the.
saw the chinchilla.
I have to burp again. I'm really
Then
sorry.
why did I get the
Yes.
rabbit? It was some big calamity. And I asked for the. Did you? Was there a cheating thing? I
No,
remember you breaking
no, it
something
wasn't.
to me. I'm
Uh,
being like, I need the rabbit.
I don't know. Maybe that was leaving your dad. No,
I
you're
think
really
you got
little.
chilly
I have
'cause
no
of the-
idea.
I think the chinchilla came because of the breakup. I think that's how you got. It was the same thing, but with the.
No,
Both of which.
Dad got me chili.
What?
It
No,
was the
Dad
rabbit.
got you
the
the
rabbit
rabbit.
was outside.
No, the chinchilla lived at our house.
It's a chinchilla.
Over there. They were-
Remember
Chinchilla
it-
was never outside though.
It was outside, under the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
that was
did
when
it.
it was lost.
But
Yeah.
remember the white rabbit with the red eyes?
Yeah, I remember
know
Chi-
it because Tyler. I remember.
Put
It was
together.
like the first year. And then we killed it or something.
Well, the chinchilla got out.
Remember I made it wear a spike collar when I was golf?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that
Remember?
did it.
It
That
bit. It
did
bit. It would go and bite.
That brought it from
Yeah.
the back of the memory to the front.
She was aggressive.
That was scary.
Yeah.
He
He
was aggressive. You could barely handle
I would
him.
wear my Cats the Musical hoodie with my rabbit and with the spike collar.
Oh, yeah, you took it to school too.
Thank God she left Tess for Michelle, because then you got somebody who could handle your OCD in your life.
Oh
You
my
know,
God, she saved my life.
because
My
she was the only
OCD, my
person-
OCD said your mom is trying to kill you. Michelle is the only safe person. So mom would be like, I wiped down all the handles, and I'd be like, Michelle has to do it. But you weren't doing the things. You were lying.
She knew, and
was
you knew
lying.
she was
She was
lying.
lying.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. She was definitely.
But I found out
lying.
later that Michelle was too.
I was,
Mom just
I
testified
thought-
into the mic.
She was.
I was lying about things that would actually hurt our home.
Yes.
Like
I would overflow the.
yes. Like,
There were times that the
Michelle, you need to put how
6
this
cups.
10.
much detergent, and I was like, okay, Jordan,
Yeah.
no problem, I'll do that. You just shuffle right along.
It was 10 cups, and it would overflow our
The whole
laundry
laundry
room.
room.
there was a
Yeah.
time that it did. There were suds all over the room.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, there was something that happened where I put my purse on the top of a car and I drove away and I called Michelle crying and I was like, the purse is gone, the purse is gone. And she goes, you're going to find it. And I parked and it was right there.
Yeah.
And my brain was like, Michelle has magical properties. She can handle the OCD. I remember the mom bringing the pills in one day. Mom goes, you have to take these. And I was like, and she was like, why? And I was like, I can't. And she goes, why? And I was like, I need you to just show me the bottle. And you were like, is your OCD telling you that I poisoned these pills and that these are going to kill you? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, I didn't. And I was like, I know, but now that that's what you guessed it, I really think that you are.
You guessed that way
Can we
too
just back
quick.
up? Michelle does have magical powers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Because she can always
100%.
find my shit. I'm like, where is
Yeah,
my
what is
thing?
that?
And she's like,
Yeah.
and she tells me where it is.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You do have magical powers.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
That's why you
Okay.
look 14 years old.
That's why she looks like
Yeah.
a fairy.
That's why- yeah, yeah.
She's a pixie fairy from another world, you know. These angels in my bed, whatever that,
thank
you know what I
you.
mean? Whatever
That might happen when you have kids at 15, though.
Shakespeare?
You have to
Maybe.
become a
Yeah,
magical
right,
fairy.
exactly.
She's like,
when you have
I've-
two boys that are like, and you're like, all
I've
right.
seen it all. I've seen the demons, and I've risen above, and I'm on the other side. I can find your whatever you've misplaced.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
texted
like-
Jordan the other day. I was like, so what outfit are you wearing? She was like, I am literally leaving the stylist right now.
I was
like, I
at
could
the stylist
feel it.
house and she was like, do you
I
have
could
an outfit? And I was
feel
like,
it.
yes, I'm here. It was so bizarre. That picture I sent you was at that lady's house. It was so weird.
Wait, you?
Oh, it was
you-
prescient.
You
She-
go to a stylist for?
But she hit her up the moment she was getting her outfit.
For the outfit, for the special.
Yeah.
That wasn't an outfit. That was a T-shirt and jeans. That's an outfit.
I know, but I had to find, I
Yeah,
had
right
to get
t-shirt?
the right ones. There were multiple
Dude, you look
choices.
great. Yeah.
And then,
Why didn't you have 2 of the same T-shirt then, so that when you pitted out the first one, you had to change of clothes?
because I chose a different outfit and then last minute, my friends were like, where the alternative outfit?
Oh.
The backup outfit. But that shirt was like $200.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked.
What?
It was like that cool box.
It was like worn,
Yeah.
so it didn't look stiff.
I mean, you look great. Don't get me wrong.
Thanks.
I'm surprised
I know
a
it's
t-shirt
very
can cost
expensive.
$200.
I know.
It
Yeah.
didn't have the crease down
Yeah.
right down the middle like a
Yeah.
real
And-
new shirt.
I know. I know. It's called,
Well,
Oh,
You're
fired.
doing phones all the way up, right? Sorry.
What
it's
is
not really
that?
It's my ring.
okay. I thought it
turn
was
your
an
phone
alarm.
My phone is off.
My
I'm a
phone's
normal
off.
human.
I thought I did.
Have you ever cheated?
Many times.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's a serial
Oh
killer.
yeah,
serial
yeah,
cheater.
yeah.
For sure.
What?
not now though.
Well,
Because
how many
the
years?
Alcohol?
16 years straight.
Jesus.
No.
16?
Yes, we're
I
that
know.
old. I'm gonna be 40 in September.
Yeah.
Take that on.
When I came on the
That
scene,
makes
I was
me
a
happy
child,
because
dude.
you look good and I'm 6 years younger.
She's
than you.
doing good.
No, but I got a fladdle on my.
Stop talking about it.
Anyways, I'm just saying, 16 years.
16
What?
years. Yeah, serial cheater. Not really the alcoholism or the drug stuff. It's just like I just was really unhealed and didn't know how to have real intimacy or how to break anything off in a healthy way.
Oh,
So-
okay. It was breakup.
Also, I had this thing where it was. I think it's just another addiction, right? Just
Yeah.
like you talk about. So, oh, you like me? We have sort of an attraction. We probably should have sex immediately.
yeah.
you're-
That's a dopamine thing.
Yeah, like
I have to
just wanna-
capitalize.
yeah, I have to
Yeah.
capitalize on that. Let's see if we can just feel this now.
Yeah.
It's just like any other drug. Want to feel something different? Let's do this. Let's try this.
Addicts get that
But you get stuck in
mesolimbic
relationships, too.
dopamine response, right? Where there's
Yeah.
just this is how the dopamine works in their brain. Where the rest of us have, there's firing dopamine in different directions, and addicts get stuck in this dopamine
Need it
loop
all the time.
where it's
Yeah,
like
need it.
like a button, the rats in the button
Yeah.
pushing, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you can get dopamine in a slower release.
Rats
right?
in an enriched environment don't press the button.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you
Just
can't be
saying.
enriched when you're bathing your brain in alcohol or
Right.
cocaine or prostitutes or gambling or all the other things that fucking asshole addicts
amazing.
do. I'm not. You.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were a lovely addict. I am not speaking about you.
Not really.
But not really.
Still making amends. Still need to make some amends.
I think that though people who are in recovery and are doing it right and going through the steps and doing I have so much goddamn respect for that. That is amazing and
Jamie.
hard work.
Yeah.
And we
Back
can
at you,
all
man.
do it. We can all do those 12 steps. I might not be an addict to those substances in that way, but I'm certainly addicted to achievement or
Talking.
getting praise from my mother, and in the process step on other people because I have a wounded inner child from this con
Right.
rag of a person
Right.
who I love very deeply, very
choke her
deeply,
up.
right?
Oh
but
my
we
God.
can all, we
Thank
can
you,
do
Jamie.
that.
That's very
My
kind.
audience
So
loves
you're
Jamie
at, you
talking.
should not ever
How much
say
work
that
Oh,
you're
okay,
done
okay.
in the last,
yeah,
like,
her audience likes me.
Okay, I like you.
They
I
love
like
you.
I like you. I
Jamie,
love
the
you.
amount of work that you've done over the last few years is just phenomenal.
Oh,
it's-
she was
it's
such a
enriched-
bitch before,
Yeah.
huh?
I didn't say that, but it
Yeah,
has enriched
I didn't.
all the lives.
No, but
around
Jordan
you.
did.
So
What a
thank you for
bitch
the hard
you
work
were.
you've
I wasn't a
done.
bitch the whole time.
You
Yeah,
were,
yeah, yeah.
You know what you were?
The whole time.
You were somebody. You were doing the denial thing where you were like, "No, I'm happy. I'm happy."
I'm
And we
happy.
would
I'm
be
happy.
like
I'm
this,
happy
we would
in
be
my
like this.
suburban house.
And you go,
Okay.
"I'm happy."
Wait, the whole time, even in high school?
No.
No. We're talking about the marriage time.
I think
marriage.
you were really in a lot of
Look
pain.
at Shelbur's face.
You
Can
were
we
really
look-
in a lot of pain, Jamie.
Oh,
In a lot
and-
of pain.
Since the assault, or since how long? When's the date of it? What?
Yeah.
Since I was
No.
born
I think-
in the farm
I
with
mean,
no parents?
I didn't really know you before the assault.
No, you didn't. I met you after.
Yeah. So
I found Jamie's diary when Mom became a lesbian.
And what?
oh my goodness.
What?
When Mom became a lesbian, I was like, duh.
No, you flipped out. You had a picture of Mom
No.
with a man with a heart around it, and Mom with a woman and an X through it.
No, listen.
She actually was nonplussed.
Mom, I was
really?
nonplussed by the gay. I did
Oh.
not want Mom to date Tess.
Oh,
Don't. Well, this got to be cut out.
She knows.
yeah.
She knows.
We just say that cake was amazing.
Cake was amazing.
The
was
cake.
amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you
let's
so
talk
much.
about the
Cake
cake.
was amazing, but I didn't approve of that situation, and there was many reasons that we don't have to get into.
No.
But I didn't. That was
Oh,
my
that's what it
problem.
was.
I was like, of course you're gay. As soon as I knew gay was.
This is how I
thought
found
you were
out
gay.
Mom was gay. I go into the kitchen. And I go,
Oh.
"Can I go into Mom's room? What's happening in there?" And Jamie goes, "Why don't you go in and find out?"
That was one of your best jokes.
And
That
I
joke.
walked in, and
Oh,
It was a lightsaber
heard
fest.
this story.
It was a what?
It was a lightsaber fest.
there was big.
That's what I told you after. You always leave that part out.
What
When
was
you
it?
came out, you go.
What was
You go. Look at big eyes. Your eyes are even bigger than they were before. And you go, what was that? I go, mini lightsaber.
It was.
And you go, oh.
I thought she was attacking Mom.
And you just kept
I thought she was
walking
stabbing
with
Mom
the big
with a
eyes.
lightsaber.
I go, it's just a lightsaber.
I was like,
you can see the real story.
Why did you let her open the door,
"Why were
Jamie?
you fucking with your two kids in the kitchen?"
Well, now we know about the locked door.
Maybe you were. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, lock the doors.
Lock the door.
Listen,
It was sleeping time. You were supposed to be sleeping in. Why did you
was
let
not
her open the
sleeping
door?
time.
not sleeping time.
I came home from whatever the fuck.
The reason I fucked with Jordan all the time, where I was
All
like,
the time.
Mom, like, when you were really young, they'd be like, you have to wash the dishes, do the dishes. And I'm like, all right, I don't want to wash the dishes. And I'd take the dirty dishwasher, give it to you in a cup and tell you it was chocolate milk.
And I drank it.
Then you go, it doesn't taste good, and you keep drinking.
Yeah.
The
Which
reason
I
I
still
would
do all
do
the
that,
time. I hate
and
candy. I'm like, this is disgusting.
I was a big sister picking on a little sister, and we were alone a lot. And it was like, you know, something to do, but also
Feed your kid, your sister, dirty drinking.
Yeah, but the other thing that
That's
I did
something to
that
do.
is annoying is
Big
I
kids.
copied everything Jamie did. If Jamie got pogs, I went out and got pogs. If Jamie, I remember drawing clouds a certain way and just I copied her every move, and it would drive her crazy.
you were a 6-year younger tumor that I never asked
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
And then and then it was like a baby that I never asked for. And, you know, it was a toddler that I never asked for. And it was just annoying. So I picked on you a little.
You did capitalize on her.
And listen, I was not happy that our parents were having sex with randos all the time either with unlocked doors. And
Yeah.
so I was like, well, if I'm going to be tortured, you might as well come on board. Welcome to the jungle.
It's so
They weren't
Straight
randos.
from you.
Whatever.
the most scary thing in the world is Jamie would yell at something. Jamie would be like, you fucking da 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 da, and I go like this, shut up, and she'd go, and I go, bitch, and then it would, and I would run, and it was like fucking Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
The scariest, and I remember being like, don't say it, and I, bitch, and just fucking, you better take.
Why would you ever do that? She would pummel
Dude,
you.
it just was like, I don't know. I still do it all the time. I mean, it's like a thing that I do.
She does it to me
Oh,
now.
you do? Yeah, you poke the bear.
Oh, I poke
yeah, you
the
poke the
bear,
bear.
dude.
You
I
poke the bear too.
I
Can we
love
tell
to poke the
Can
bear.
we tell the Girl Scout story, real quick?
Oh, yeah, we can tell the Girl Scout story.
Do you wanna tell the Girl Scout?
That's a good one. I'll tell it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, better
or do
tell
you-
it right.
Okay. So I had to sell Girl Scout cookies, and you got an award if you sold the most amount of Girl
Oh
Scout
my God,
cookies.
you're such a bitch.
And
And
you
that's
were-
so motivating.
I had to be the best. I was going to sell all the cookies. I was going to be the best. I was going to get affirmation and acknowledgement from a lot of people and my mom, and then maybe
Okay,
maybe
okay,
I'd
yeah.
get her
Some
love,
things
right?
never change.
Yeah. Yeah. So my sister was really cute and little. So I decided to take her around in a wagon in the middle of winter to sell the Girl Scout cookies.
With no jacket on.
Without a jacket on.
Tweety
and
bird
telling
jumpsuit,
people-
no, nothing else.
Nothing else. Telling people that the
Freezing.
yeah, the profits we were poor, and the
Yeah.
profits were gonna go to helping us buy jackets.
Yeah.
And then one of our neighbors called mom and was like, "Your oldest
One
daughter."
of our neighbors walked out, went, you in here now, and I went, freezing. She put a giant red sweater on me, and she goes, and then she called you, and she sent me home with the sweater. And I was like,
Not my finest.
I was
moment.
down because I only wanted to hang out with you, so I was like, no, I'm happy. No, I really am. Everybody's having a good time.
Really good. I'm
really
like,
having
shiver
fun.
harder.
Yeah.
Sell it more. Yeah, we need jackets. We're so hungry.
Did
Will
you
buy
win?
these Girl Scout cookies?
Did you win?
No, the woman, it was like their third stop. She got me early. I would have won.
And
though.
then
We
I
were
called you
selling
in. Yeah.
Cookies. And mom was like, you're done with the cookies. Get in your room for 3 days.
We used
And
to
then-
get thrown into our rooms on separate that were wall to wall, and we would be fighting, scrapping, and then we'd get thrown into the rooms, and then we'd get so bored in there for so long that we would just start code knocking. You
Code
remember
knocking.
that?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I remember tapping, and we would fight so bad, and like if I got the big fist back, it was like, no, I'm too mad at you, and I was like,
Okay.
And then it-
oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Oh my God, you would start immediately. I'd still
Yeah.
be fuming.
And
I'd
I'd be
still
like,
be fuming. I hear a,
yeah.
and I'm like,
But
not
we're still
yet.
friends. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Which one of you would bite your arm and blame it on the
This
other one?
one.
You'd bite your arm
She
and
knew how to beat me up without leaving a mark. And she would toss my ass, and
Yeah, 'cause you
then
just
she'd go like
throw
this
ya.
with her little freaking eyeballs. She'd go, "Mom and Dad are never gonna believe I beat you because I didn't leave a mark." And then Mom would walk in, and I go, and you'd be like, "You could literally see the spit on her arm. She just did it."
You also would do it when I'd verbally make fun of you.
Oh,
We were in
yeah.
the bathroom
Oh,
one
yeah.
time, and I'm like, I'm gonna brush my teeth first, then you can go. And you were like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
With the ti-
maniacal.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
One time she made me swear on the Bible. She was like, "This is the Bible. Swear on it that you're not going to tell Mom I kicked your ass,
or you'll burn.
or
in
you'll
hell.
burn in hell." And I was like, "Okay, great.
You're evil
What's
to the
hell?"
core.
And you're like, "Hell's bad. You don't want to go
It's like
there." And I was
bad.
like, "Okay, I swear." And I was so scared. Mom walked in immediately. I was like, "Jamie beat the shit out of me."
I didn't beat the shit out of you. I used to sit on you, like sit on you,
used to
toss you around.
That's kind of
my wrist would get fucked up. You would grab my wrist and my face. You would do the Kathy.
the Kathy Death Grip.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you got a few of those.
You banged my head into the ground hard.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely.
you
poked the
resented
bear.
her the second she was there.
They got
You're
me
like,
in
could you
ice
take that
hockey,
thing
and I
back?
was able to take out my aggressions in a more healthy manner.
Yeah, and Dad was super ragey. Super.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
rapey.
I'm getting locked in closets. I'm getting slapped around, and there were marks left, and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, it was a little.
Oh,
kid,
your
it was
guys
nothing.
so
Jeez, so
sad
harsh.
childhood.
I'm so sorry you went through that.
Meanwhile,
Thank
mom's
God
like,
we have
boo
them.
hoo.
What would we do if we only had her as a mother and didn't have these two to turn to, or Marnie, or the other
The other who?
adults in our life that are able to show compassion,
Yeah.
and empathy.
Yeah.
This is
I don't
Mother's Day.
know.
It's our Mother's Day text to each
Probably wouldn't have a comedian in the family.
That's true.
Even my friends the other day
I
were
fucked
cracking
you
up. They're
up
like,
so you
bro,
could be
your
successful."
mom? And I was like, what? And I was like, I'm literally sending text to her being like, okay, so for Jordan's special, I figured this out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And we're right along out there. And Brianna was like, she thumbs upped it, dude. And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And they're like, I need like, you did a great job. Good job. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're not going to get, that's great. What? You're getting a thumbs up and that's good. Are you nuts?
Yeah. Mom, we won the game. How many goals did you have?
Oh, my God.
That's
I
not
do
true.
remember
That is not true.
Constantly.
She was a
This
defenseman.
is because
she didn't score
I will
goals.
defend her. She was raised to be a racehorse.
Yeah.
Your family raised you to be the trick pony, and that was it. Zero affection whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you did the best.
Nobody
you could.
loved you unconditionally for who you were. They just loved you for what you could do. And you didn't really know anything other than that. Although your heart and soul loves unconditionally, it's just not very easy for you to express it because when you do, you think you're being a pussy.
Yeah.
I think I'm expressing it. Like,
Well,
It's not like a thumbs up emoji. It's a love emoji.
it's just where it comes from. I mean, like, it is just like when you meet our grandmother, she was so cold and so mad all the time.
She was clinically
and Sonny
depressed.
your dad would literally make me turn in a circle to see if I had gained weight, right?
Yeah.
But your mom, you're the most nurturing person alive, and your Franny is literally like, oh, you look beautiful. I love you. I'm gonna make you. She's
Yeah.
the sweetest woman alive. It really is just like,
Generous. Yeah.
if you don't get it, you can't give it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm trying.
I
I'm
like
giving
Smith's
it.
story about like your dad talking about sexuality. That's one of my favorite
Oh my
stories.
oh yeah. His birds and bees.
Yeah, birds and bees. They always
talk.
have it
His
in the
birds and
car.
bees talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good story.
What-
Do you want to share it?
What's
You wanna
that
tell
story?
Tell the
You know
story.
this
It's a great
one.
show.
Do I know it?
You don't remember this?
Driving in the car with Sonny.
So, my dad owned a shoe store, and he had a Volkswagen Beetle in the front seat. I'll try to make this fast so that you don't get mad.
What? No, that was you at me.
I know, but I just feel like I should be fair to you. and-
I am not
Anyways.
a clone of you.
Well, I didn't want to, drone on. So he took.
What you meant to say is, I'll make this fast so you don't get any ideas about talking.
Yeah, that. No, that's not true. I feel like it's fair play. Fair reciprocity.
Also, I have to say to the listeners, the amount of times that I was on too much cocaine, too much Molly, had literally was in the middle of Brook, like 20 minutes outside of Ithaca, fucked up, called mom and was like, you need to get in the truck and pick me up right now. And she fucking showed up. Like, there was no punishment, no saying I was bad and wrong. Teachers would call her. One teacher, I go like this, I'm in the student's office or the teacher's lounge, and I call mom and I'm like, you have to come pick me up. Ira comes in, hangs it up, right? And I go, get the spider out of your ass. And then he calls you back and he goes, your daughter just said I have a spider in my ass. And you go, well, you fucking hung up on me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, we were never.
You stood up for us. You've done it many times.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the amount of teachers.
Yeah, that one teacher.
That one guy when I smacked the boy in the head with a social studies book because he said girls can't play hockey. So they called mom. Mom goes, sounds like he deserved it.
Oh my God, Wacko at even in college, Wacko who came after me, and you were just like, this is unacceptable. Email to Wacko emailed mom being like, your daughter's blah blah, and she was like, you sound like a fucking crazy lady. I get why she hates you, and
She taught us to be strong women who stand up for themselves, and she supported us. And the day I called her when my life blew up, when I got the call from the hookers, she showed up, and she showed up every single day.
Like a year straight.
You guys all did as well, but no one as much as mom.
Oh, thank you so
The
much.
reality is, mom is the best dad.
Yeah.
Anybody could. She will beat your head in with a baseball bat if you
No.
fuck with us.
She's
Oh,
the best.
yeah.
Yeah. And Michelle is the best mom anybody could ask for.
I never got Michelle as a mom. I'm jealous.
you
That's
missed
why
it.
I'm more fucked up.
Got me now.
That's why I'm more fucked up.
There's now.
I
is
know,
what
but
I'm
I didn't get you in my formative years when I was developing. I had. It was just the wolf pack.
I
You got her now.
I grew up on the farm with the Rugby Wolfpack clan before Jordan was around.
Yeah, she knew
where
the
I just
rugby.
got passed around for diaper changes. I didn't really know who my parent was, probably, is my first memory, right? And there was the goat that stood on cars. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I really grew up in the shit. And then
You
it
were
got a
feral.
little Betty. I'm telling you, it gets weird in here.
I know.
Okay, so listen to the sex story from my
Okay,
dad.
sex story.
Yeah.
The birds and the bees story from my dad. So he had a Volkswagen Beetle. It was orange, and the front seat, other than the driver's seat, was removed, and he used to put shoes and stuff in there. So my brother and I sat in the
No
back
one's
seat.
worried about how fast you're
All
telling
right,
it. Slow the
okay.
fuck
All right,
down.
Good story. We sat in the back seat, and he sat in the front. So we're driving to school. He would drive us to school. I don't know why that is. He would drive us to school, and one day, this is going to date the whole thing, the Harvey Milk thing came on. Harvey Milk was the gay guy in San Francisco, and there was like a Harvey Milk march, and he hears it on the radio about the Harvey Milk gay march thing. And we're listening. We're just, my brother and I are probably hung over, and we're driving. We're sitting in the back seat, just minding our own business, trying not to fall asleep. This thing comes on, click. He turns it off, and he goes, "Joey," my brother, "there ain't nothing. You need to listen to me. There ain't nothing in the world like a good wet pussy. You got that?" And Joey's like, "Yeah." He's already getting laid by his girlfriend. Yeah, I got that. And I'm sitting there, and he goes, "Susie, let me tell you something. There ain't nothing in the world like a good stiff cock. You got that?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Okay.
This story
And then
Yeah, it
click,
worked for a while.
turns the
Yeah.
radio back on.
What about when he said to Michelle, and Michelle
the
loves Madonna, and she's watching it at his house, and she's like, yeah.
She's sitting on his couch.
Yeah. And then he goes, "You like Madonna?" And she goes, "I love Madonna. She's my favorite." And he goes, "Well, get your own fucking
No, then he
TV," and turns it off.
Exactly.
Then he gets
up and
out.
farted.
Then he gets up out of the seat, walks behind the couch where she's sitting at this level, and farts.
All the way, does his walking by.
Crop duster all the way.
Right in my face.
Oh my God.
Right.
Michelle, also, we forget about this. When Dad was like, "I hate your mother. I hate anything to do with her being a lesbian. I hate her for being a lesbian." And anytime he had to come around, Michelle would sidle up to my dad and just be like, "Hi, Jack."
Oh,
and
yeah?
he'd be like, "No." And she'd be like, "You look great." And he'd be like, He'd be like, "I'm so glad you're here." And he'd be like, "Really?" Like, and just slowly warm him up. It
She's
was
like,
the best.
not all lesbians are trying to take your women.
Yeah.
Some of us are feminine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
And
can
he was
like
like,
us.
We did try to steal his
You did
girlfriend.
the
though.
whole, you did your fairy
You
shit
guys
on him.
went
And he's like,
after his.
oh yeah, you
Yeah.
tried to steal Sheila.
Well, she can, and is very endearing. Anybody she meets, they
Oh
fall
yeah,
in love with her.
Sonny eventually.
Oh, Sonny loved her.
Every
Yeah.
guy I
Everybody
went to
loved
high
her.
school with
He brought-
wanted to bone my stepmother.
Your dad brought me flowers when I left you.
I never knew that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He fucking did. You never told me that.
He showed up at the salon with flowers,
Sonny Cosentini showed
with
up
a
at the
big smile on his face.
Oh my God. He was like, "Now we could."
And he-
No,
yeah. And
no. He was like, "Good decision, babe."
And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember his exact words, but basically he was like, "I'll miss you."
Yeah,
Oh.
that's crazy. He's the most.
He didn't give me no flowers.
No,
You're the workhorse. You don't get flowers.
that's so wild. Yeah, Sonny ruled. I remember when Sonny started to go liberal and he was watching Obama on TV.
Liberal. He always was liberal.
Yeah, right. But he was watching Obama and he's watching him. He goes, "That's one smart N-word." And he said it and I was like, "Sonny, good." No.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
Almost there.
Almost
We're doing good.
there.
We're doing good.
It's funny how that sort of still seethed into his. Because when I was in junior high school and there was a black boy that wanted to date me, he forbade it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
Obama
problem.
warmed him up.
Well,
I don't think he would have let me date Obama. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
this guy's
yeah.
okay for
Yeah, yeah,
president,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you're not fucking my daughter.
it was a stretch for mom to be able to be with someone who wasn't Italian, much less.
Yeah.
You know,
What about when you started dating women?
that was a problem. He didn't talk to you for 2 years.
No. When I started sleeping with your dad in college, he didn't speak to me for 4 years until my wedding day.
Why?
Because I was shacking up with a carpenter.
A carpenter who was not, white collar.
No, it was because my dad's primary relationship was with me.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
you betrayed him.
Daddy
Yeah.
girly issues there. Yeah, yeah, you see it?
Oh, you were his girlfriend.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. He there was that aspect to it where you focus on the one kid that's your star child and all that, and then I was fucking a man.
Yeah.
I was like gone, right? I was
See,
my
very
allegiances were gone.
All your the
All
daddy
the Freudian
daughter
shit
shit.
is so weird.
Yeah.
It's so real though.
What
Just the daughter dad relationship and nobody talking about that it inherently has some
Or
sort
mother
of
son for
well,
sure.
his relationship
yeah.
with my
Mother-son
mom
is
was
100% there.
non-existent.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I think, and so there was that, and so he was really pissed off, and he was pissed off also because at that time it wasn't as acceptable to live with somebody
before marriage.
I mean it was that long ago that was a thing, and I actually got married because my mom was upset.
Really?
Yeah. When I came back from Arizona, that was a lot of the impetus, was not making my mom unhappy about it. So went forward with the whole fucking wedding.
Because you
fucking
went
thing.
to Arizona, you were leaving dad, and then he showed up.
To get
you were working at a
space.
dairy farm.
Yeah, to get like, what's going on here? Am I going to do this? I don't really want to do this, and took off. Yeah,
It's a good thing it all played out the way it did, or you and I wouldn't be here.
it's a good thing for
Yeah,
you
it's a
too.
good
Yes,
thing.
a very
And
good
then he
thing.
showed up all hot,
Well, he always was hot.
That was always hot.
and you were like, okay,
No.
it was a romantic gesture.
I just
Yeah,
he
they
just
work. It's called
it
love
wasn't
bombing.
romantic. He got off.
Oh God.
What?
Oh.
I never told you.
No.
I picked him up at the airport, walking down.
Oh no.
Yeah, here we go.
I know.
He had
already.
painter's pants on. Walking down the stairs, because it was stairs then. I don't know. It wasn't a jetway on this plane. And he had a massive erection.
What?
I was like,
That's
impressive.
I know so much about our father's penis that I do not want to know.
I know.
I'm
wait. That's just
Jamie used to
That's just
scream at him when he would walk around naked, and he would be.
He'd wake me up in the morning.
Yeah.
In bed, I'm lying there like sleeping like a perfect angel as I was, and he would come over. Jamie, I gotta get up. It's time to get up. I'd turn, and there'd be a dick in my.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was flaccid.
Yes.
What? Yes.
Okay,
I know, I'm
that
just saying.
Somehow makes it better.
He was naked all the time.
All the time.
And he would.
All the time.
She would scream at him when I became like. Maybe like 5, and
You
be
have
like,
to put
"You
pants
have
on.
to put wear
You have
pants
to put
when
pants
Jordan
on.
is around."
It's
That is
disgusting.
crazy.
Put your pants on.
Yeah.
He was
He's
a
like,
hippie. He was a relentlessly pot smoking hippie that didn't have any notion.
His move was always to change by turning around, and you'd be like, "I can see your balls behind your ass."
And then you just bent over. I can see
I can
into
see
your
yeah.
anus.
Yeah, you'd always bend over.
What are we doing?
What are you doing? Go in the bathroom. You're
It's all
and then he would put shorts
dangling.
on, where his penis was dropping out. I'd be like, "Your shorts are bags. Your
Constantly.
penis is now hanging."
I'll
out."
never forget when Jamie was little. It must be by virtue of this much nakedness. When she went into the bathroom
Yeah.
and stood in front of the toilet and like put her hands down
to
there.
mash
And she's
my
like,
vagina.
"I'm going to go pee now," and stood in front of it, sort of just holding her fingers on her, like
The labia is trying to form it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she was
"This is
like,
pee."
and it was hysterical. We're like, "No, sweetheart, that's not going to work that
I
way."
finally figured out how to like straddle the toilet facing.
Michelle
the
taught
wrong
me
way.
how to pee standing up. Michelle told me how to
Michelle's
pee
good at
standing
it.
up. I was like, I was like, I wish I was a dude, so I get. And she was like, "You don't have to be a man." And I was like, "What? You can pee standing up. Pull the
Yeah.
labias back. You
She's
can pee."
put a whole campfire out before.
My God,
Impressive. That's impressive.
awesome.
She has a gift.
Well, I have to win.
Yeah.
So I held it the longest. And then I was like, everybody was just sitting around the campfire. And I was like, I'm ready.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
have
but that
not-
was on one of the beer
Yeah.
infused weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
there were a
those
few drinks
Michelle
involved.
drunk.
lascivious
She'd have to throw
lesbian
up and
weekends.
Take all of her clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of those. That's very common. It's very common.
All of her
It is
clothes off.
common?
Really?
Yeah, it's very
And
common.
she tackled my friend and
Oh, yeah, I remember
pretending to hump him because she was showing how
She did
our
a pole
dog.
dance on my boyfriend's pool stick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was,
I have a picture of it.
That was fun.
I know, but that was a lot of fun.
That was my
And
21st birthday.
It was.
It's a lot of fun.
That
What
was
was
a
that,
lot
guys?
of fun. That was when I tried to take us all up to
Yeah.
IC instead
Yeah.
of home.
This
Oh
is
my
home.
God.
Yeah, it was good. She was absolutely. She goes, "You all are crazy." You're
I'll never
all
forget when
crazy."
when there was a fire next door,
Oh.
and Michelle just bolts out of bed, says she's gonna go like put the fire out or
run-
fucking something,
I'm running
and so
with her
running
urine, must
out
be.
of the house. I'm like, "Michelle, you're buck ass naked," and you were like, "I don't think that you're very helpful like that."
That was a scary day.
Where was the fire?
Right
It was
at
out
the
in
livery.
Yeah.
right out the back
In the
alley.
alleyway.
Oh, the alley in the
Yeah.
the crackhead.
And how about when you were pregnant? She's pregnant with Ryan. Was it Ryan?
Oh, I think it. Oh, I don't
It
remember.
was one of them.
Ryer or Tyler.
She's in there. She's
Ryer?
so young.
See, it's happening
and
to you.
so
Ryer, Tyler, yeah,
Your
it gets
boys
weird in
were
here.
8 and 9 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Right? They were insane. Insane.
and
My
9.
kids were 6 and 7, and I'm like, what, 30 pounds more than you?
Yeah.
She's at the hospital, and she's like, okay, I'm done with this. She's once again, she's naked. You know, and she can't deliver. She's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. And she starts like leaving the hospital.
The nurse is like, well, you can't leave. You're delivering a baby. I was like, you're delivering a baby. I'm going home.
You're gay. I'm out of
You're gay. I tried to get mom to suffocate me when I was delivering Sophia. I was like, you're gonna kill
Oh
me.
yes. Oh.
So you're
God.
just gonna kill me, and then but do it fast, and they'll get the kid out in
Is
time.
it so bad?
Hers was.
Mine
Not
was-
all like
mine-
that.
yeah, mine-
yours wasn't. Was yours really bad?
They're all bad.
fine, right?
They're all
No,
bad.
no, mine were easy.
No, mine took a long
Mine
time.
were.
I took a
no,
long
no,
So
no. You
mine
didn't. No, you
would
took about
have
15
been-
minutes. Hers took 20.
Mine would have been easy,
Yeah.
like mom's, because apparently
Oh,
we, have,
yeah.
we have a uterus that ejects the child.
No,
Grab
it,
a catcher's mitt.
it dilates well.
It dilates well.
You have to have good abdominals. The
Well,
rest of it-
I went from nothing, 0 to 60, and
Yeah.
But
That's what I
she
mean.
was breached and
Right.
upside down.
Yeah, hers.
So
yours
then-
would have been easy if it wasn't for the breach.
It would have been, but then
And also, if you
God,
had
I
had a
saw baby
competent
on the train
doctor.
today, it made me wanna
Right.
have
well,
a
they
baby
made
so
me
bad.
wait. They made me wait, and then
There's a
they
baby
were
wearing
like,
a
"You have to
baseball
wait,"
hat.
and that's when I was like, "Just take me out."
What?
There was a baby on the train today, and she was holding it, and the baby had a little baseball cap on.
Oh,
and I was
that's-
looking at him,
yeah.
and he was going and hiding in his mom. Oh! If I get pregnant, I'll keep it. If I don't, I won't have a kid. That's the rule. Because I've never been pregnant. You've been pregnant, what, 900 times?
I don't think we need to go into that.
I don't think we.
You know what I like is a baby with glasses on. The babies with glasses. I'm like, oh, I'm
Wait.
Oh my god.
That is.
Can we put a pause here for a second here? Would you think you can actually handle having a child? What I mean, was that?
Totally. You see how good I am with Coyote? She's my little.
It's
Dude.
not a dog.
She crushed it last night.
You can't like
crushed
take
it.
it on
She
an
did crush
airplane
it.
every weekend.
No, but you know what, Andy, her friends.
I think Jordan would rise to the occasion.
Did
Yeah.
you see my friend who had a baby last night?
Yes.
And was fucked up on drugs?
She talked to me like this.
Man, that was a close talker.
Oh.
Is she a close talker all the
I'm
time?
She was like,
Tell
or
you the
just,
story.
she was like, come into the bathroom with me. I was like, bro, I'm not doing drugs.
I really liked her.
She's like, come in the bathroom.
Is she always a close talker?
No,
Or is that just
when
oh,
she's
okay.
not on drugs, she's the chillest motherfucker.
She is?
really like
Who
that.
pops
Oh.
out a
Cool.
baby and get? Oh, she did tell me that she was just done nursing, so she might have been a yeah.
ready to go.
Let's get
But she
it."
said that
Yeah.
you were of all their friends were the most like into the kid.
Oh, yeah, I'm obsessed with her kid.
You're really good with kids. I just worry.
beautiful baby.
I just worry about how
see?
you're gonna do your
Ask
job.
for pictures, of course.
Oh, he's
figure out a way.
So perfect. And
I
he's
was like, that's
looks,
not a
he's got
real
this look
baby.
that's like, I wanted
I
him
also
because
worry about who
he
should
was
be doing it
brand
with.
new and I was making him kick his feet, and we started playing a game, and I was like, bro, brand new baby learns this kicking game. We can ride.
I don't think there was a game.
It was. He
Okay.
was. He was learning to kick my hand away at different
He was
intervals.
kicking?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was brand new.
He didn't get a job. Though.
I would be so good with a baby, but it has to be my baby. I don't want to share it with a guy.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
think you should, especially right now. I think you should wait until you're because
What?
That's cool.
What?
That's
'Cause
cool.
what?
Well, I might be
What?
I might be speaking to my own trauma here. I might be speaking to my own trauma, but you know, you have a baby with somebody who doesn't seem like they're completely and utterly all there, and then they fuck prostitutes, snort cocaine, and gamble all your money away. And what was the other one? Oh,
yeah, but
drink
I'd
cesspool.
still have a baby.
Yeah, you'd have a baby, but they would be
I mean, you
shared
still
custody
also
with a
still won.
nightmare.
You still
More.
won, Jamie.
Huh?
You still win.
Yeah.
You're still winning.
Shared custody with a nightmare is not.
No, yes, that's what she's saying.
rough.
No shared custody.
Shared custody's fucked
Why don't you
up.
I
just
will
do a sperm
give you
donor?
an embryo.
What about
those are bad
sperm
ones,
donor?
but you know, just do a sperm donor and just be like, sorry, even to the person you were with, like, I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure it's mine, and be done. Because I'm so thankful that all roads led to Sophia.
Yeah.
I am living a nightmare.
Yeah, totally.
I'm living a nightmare.
It's I always think about the fact like that you can't move.
I can't. I'm
You can't
trapped.
move away from your nightmare.
I am trapped in a bubble nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also can't live your life in fear of that happening
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, but if you're not sure, don't mate with a man. If you're not sure, don't do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Don't
Yeah.
do it. Have a baby. Don't mate with a man if you're not sure about the guy, though.
Right, but he can file for paternity. So you.
I'm not getting
No.
loads blown in there or anything, but I'm
Oh,
just saying
good.
when I'm ready, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
like do a freezing egg thing. I'm just gonna be like, I will try, and if it doesn't happen, just because I'm not like die hard, we have to have a baby.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the train ride with that baby could have been plenty. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right,
Right.
right, yeah.
So if I
Right.
get a baby, great. If I don't, all my friends will have babies.
And don't forget that babies grow up to be toddlers and
Yeah.
toddlers, and then I mean, Sophia's basically a human. She's a full grown.
Yeah, but she's like my favorite.
She's the best. She's a trick baby though. Don't let her trick you. She'll trick you.
That's not true. You were like that.
I was
until
a trick
certain
baby,
point.
and then look what you got.
Well, no, but she was still sweet. She was just
Sophia
neurotic.
has the best
Neurotic.
sense of humor of any.
Is there a
Isn't it
camera on these?
crazy?
Yeah.
Is there a camera on these guys'
I
faces?
think it's hitting their side.
Right there.
What is?
Why is that camera not pointed at them?
Maybe it's
Like,
wide.
Michelle's
I
face
think
is
it's
not
wide
getting hit.
angle. See how
I
it's
don't think
short
that
lens?
Matt would have left without
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he checked it.
being
Yeah.
able to see us.
You
Yeah.
remember his name?
Yes.
You're
Yeah, way to
amazing
go.
and empathetic.
She's a stylist.
I'm like that guy who was tall. All
We're at an hour 15.
right.
We're crushing it.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
I mean, so we got.
I am so happy that we are all here.
Yeah.
Me too.
I can't tell you how honored I am to be with all of you.
Oh, don't
For
cry,
this
we're all gonna
weekend.
cry now.
This is the best family in the whole world. You don't need no boys.
Proud of you.
I'm trying. I was just
so
trying to
proud
tell
of
you.
Yeah,
that.
we're
No
so
boys.
proud of you, sweetheart.
Good job.
I'm so glad you guys
Let's
were
do it
here
one more
for
time with Sophia. All the ladies. Me and
It was at
Sophia.
the dress rehearsal,
She was
though,
at the
which
dress
was
rehearsal.
so amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best. I couldn't have done all of this without you guys. Thank you.
Love you, fans.
Goose.
Love you. It's a goose.